Hi, welcome to Let's Get Acquainted. And tonight we're having our featured member from Transform Your Health and Peace, our Facebook community group. We're doing this as a part of getting together and getting to know one another. And so our featured member tonight is Miss Melissa Farmer Hill. And I'm so excited to be meeting with her and talking with her because we've been connected through this group for a few years, but this is the first time that we're actually talking live. So I'm excited. She's excited. Make sure that you like, comment, share, tag someone, start a watch party. Yeah, so come on in. As you come in, please do let us know where you're coming in from. Just put it in the comments. As you put it in the comments, then we'll be able to see it and shout you out. So, for just for sake of time, we want to make sure that we use our time wisely as I bring forth Miss Melissa Farmer Hill. So here she comes right about now.
Hello, hello. What's going on, Hillary? How are you?
Hey, I'm so glad to have you on this show. It's so good to finally hear your voice. You know, when you're posting and they respond back and then you respond. But this is awesome to be able to see. I can see you, but to also hear you. So, how was
Yeah,
your day today?
my day was very, very busy, but I'm so glad that about an hour ago I was able to calm down, settle down, and get prepared to be here with you today. I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me as a guest on this show. Like you said, we've been connected, and you see people. I'm always looking at your show and seeing what you're doing for the day, but we never connected like this before, and I'm just so glad we have the opportunity to do that. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. And the other amazing thing is that we don't live far from each other. So once
Right?
we can meet freely, that'll be a great thing. Oh, so let me just check. We got somebody that just came in. We're going to shout them out. Let's just see here.
Who's that?
And we have Miss Lotus Michelle.
I
Hey,
love. I watch
she's
your
also a member.
show too.
Yes, she's also a member of the group and have her own show that I'm a co-host on. News you can use. Thank you for coming on in. You know what to do. Like, share, comment, start a watch party.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So Melissa,
Yes, yes.
this is Let's Get Acquainted.
Hmm.
That means tell us a little something about yourself, whatever it is that you'd like us to know, and then we can just keep this conversation rolling on it because I know you got some interesting, delightful things to tell us.
Absolutely. Well, I was born in 19. No, I'm just joking.
However far back you want to go.
No, I am gonna hit on some highlights though. Let me start. I'm a military veteran, an Army veteran. I was active duty from 1994 to 2014. I deployed to Iraq. I deployed to Kosovo. I worked at the Pentagon. I
Wow.
did a lot of things. I had a great career, a great Army career. And that's one of the things I'm proud of to have served with, our federal veterans. In 2008, I wrote a book titled Army Strong Women. So the
Wow.
reason why, and I do have this book right here, you can find it.
Yes, go ahead, show it.
Army Strong Women. Huh. But
Let
the
me write
reason
that in the comments. Army
Mhm.
strong women.
Yes, Army Strong Women. And the reason I wrote the book was because every time I was out in my uniform, I would get young girls asking me, "What's the Army like? What's the Army like?" And I wanted to answer that question, but I didn't want to have all these conversations with these women because it would be while I was grocery shopping or while I was at a restaurant or something like that, and they see me in my uniform. So I said, you know what? Let me put a book together. And so what I did, the book is titled Army Strong Women Building the Next Generation. I wanted to find out, and I interviewed a number of women. I wanted to find out what was that pivotal moment. Like, we don't have many women that join the Army. They are just not. There's been a rise as of late, but there weren't many women who joined active duty. So what would make, and that being a masculine, it's such a masculine, career field. What would make a woman join the Army? So in my book, I interviewed these women. What was that pivotal moment that made you want to join? What was going on in your life? And I had some real stories. There's some real stories in here. People were running away from husbands. People wanted something else to do. People just got tired of, being where they were. They wanted the college funding that the military gives. So we had those situations. And then on top of that, I wanted to find out, well, since you have been in the military for a couple of years, what information could you give to another young girl who was thinking about joining the Army? So the gist of it, that is what that book is about, Army Strong Women. It's an easy read, 148 pages, and it really touches to reality as to what's going on, why some of these women join the Army. So I did
Wow.
that. I'm also a part of the VFW, uh, Benjamin O. Davis VFW Post 311. That's out here in Richton Park. And I'm also part of National Women Veterans United. And I'm also part of a new organization called iVet Connect. And my whole, I guess if you say thing that I want to do, I'm really all about that girl power, Hillary. Girl power,
Yes,
seriously. And I want every woman to just feel the joy of living. Let's see, where do you need assistance? Is it
yes.
personal development? Is it, veterans benefits? Whatever the need is, I'm really there to advocate and support. And that's why the military will always be a part of me. When I wrote the book, I wrote it directly for women. I really want to encourage women veterans because they have some stories, and they're also going through some things as well, because PTSD is real. A lot of people thought, oh, maybe that's just for the men in the military. No, that's real. The military sexual trauma is real. There are a lot of women, they just need someone to hold their hand and stand in the gap for
Okay.
them. Hmm.
Now, I want everybody to know that's listening in before we went live. She said, I don't know. I don't like going live because she sounds like a pro to me. And
Well,
that's because you're passionate about what you're talking about and what you're sharing.
absolutely.
And when you're
Absolutely.
passionate about something, that fear, once you get started, once that locomotion is set in motion, you're on your way. Because you have
Absolutely.
something to say that's impactful. And so I'm so happy about that. And you just said a whole lot.
I
Let's go to the comments.
did.
Yes, you did. I didn't want to stop you because I could see, that passion and that the love for what you're talking about. It was
Mhm.
just right there. So I didn't want to, just come in and interrupt it. But I
Oh,
want
thank
to
you.
get to a few comments here.
Oh, okay,
So
because I can't see anything. So yes.
yeah, so we got here from Miss Angela Elton. She said, "Hello, Hillary. Ready for a great show." And then
Awesome.
she's also letting us know, thank you for coming in from DC. Hey,
Hey, I lived there
yeah,
when I worked in when I worked in the Pentagon, Hillary.
at the Pentagon. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, we got a lot to talk about here. So then she also says, thank you for your service and congrats on your book.
Thank
I'm sure that's what
you.
you're talking about. And
That
then
was a little loop.
I wanted to mention because I saw somebody said they was in the Navy. Let's
Oh,
see. Let's see the hot seat. Let's see. She said strong passion. Where did I see that comment? I saw a comment about the Navy here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Miss Lotus Richey is from
all
she was in the
right.
Navy.
Yeah.
So she's also
Ladies
a
in
vet.
the house.
I know, right? It's
Right.
amazing. You know what? Once you get going, it's so amazing that how social media can connect you to so many people that are like-minded,
Right.
that care about the same things that you care about. And they're in a
Absolutely.
whole nother part of the country. And it just lets you know how God moves upon people to reach his people, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
because you can't reach everybody. She can't reach everybody, but he's using you all just the same.
Mm-hmm.
So then she also says here that yeah, she shows strong passion and conviction. It comes through with your strong passion, conviction, and your love for what you're
Yes.
talking about. Certainly
Yes.
comes.
And I think it isn't it a blessing? I mean, I consider it a blessing to have something to be passionate about, to feel strongly about something. That's really a blessing because a lot of people just get up and they just go through life. They go through life, and that's not the way, we were. That's not what who we were created to be. I don't believe that at all.
That's right. There's something that God has worked in every person, whether it seems like a big thing or a little thing, or whether it's making a big impact or a smaller impact.
Mm-hmm.
There's something,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes people live their whole lives. We were just talking about it on News You Can Use show uh, this Monday, just talking about how sometimes, like the saying goes, the graveyard is the richest place on earth because there are so
Absolutely.
many unfulfilled purposes, unfulfilled
Absolutely.
dreams that never happen,
Absolutely.
and we
Uh-huh.
want whatever it is God has for us, use us, give us that gumption, the function, give us that power that we need, that girl power. Yes.
Yes, that girl power. Now I see
But
Angela said heard that the Army beat the Navy in their resent football game. What? Yes, go
yeah, read
Army,
it.
Navy. All right, Angela.
Yeah. So this is really something. So you say you worked at the Pentagon. What was that like?
Mhm. Oh wow, that was the Pentagon is like a city within a city. It is huge.
Mhm.
They have upwards of 25,000 plus employees that come there every day. And they come from far and wide. Maryland, they could West. I even knew someone that came from West Virginia. So I worked for the Secretary of the Army. I was his Warrant Officer Administrator. And I basically ran the front office, looked at documentation to make sure that it was good going through, and I did a few other things, but yeah, so that was the gist of what I did. I loved it there. I loved it there. If I didn't retire in Chicago, and I'm from Chicago,
Yeah.
that would have been the second place I would have wanted to retire at that
Oh,
time. Yeah,
okay.
it's just a hustling and bustling city, and I love that. I love that.
Are we talking about the Pentagon or DC?
DC area, DC
Okay.
area, hmm DC area.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you were saying that, and you said you were a part of an organization that's a new organization for young girls. Was
Mhm.
it the young
It's
girls?
called it's 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 called iVet Connect, and the website is ivetconnect.com. And like I said, it's three areas that they deal with. It's personal development, so as far as careers and business, and then the second part is advocating for veterans, and then the third tier is actually housing. Housing. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I connect.
And so I
Oh,
actually, if you don't have any more questions, I wanted to transition to talk about something else. I've had an
okay.
exciting life.
That's good. Let me
One of
just pick up these last comments
uh-huh.
before we leave from here. So Lotus and Angela are really in this broadcast, so we thank God for them. Make sure
Yes,
that you watch, like, comment, start a watch party, share this broadcast, tag
yes,
somebody that needs to be encouraged and uplifted tonight. So she said
absolutely.
she was talking about the purpose, passion, and power, the three P's
Woo, go
go
Lotus.
together.
Yes.
And
Love
then
it.
she also said from the Navy to the Army, they're gonna give you that one.
Tell us thank you because it hasn't been every year that we've won. Thank you, Angela.
So then, yes, so it said yes, DC is full of hustle and bustle. They're
Mhm.
located there in DC. So yeah,
Yeah. And so
fire conversation.
one of the things you
Thank you.
said One of the things you said, Hillary, was about, some of the greatest ideas and things like that were found in the graveyard. And I have heard that statement before, and it's a powerful statement. But one of the motivational speakers that I like is Les Brown. And
Mhm.
basically I heard him say one time, you ride it till the wheels fall off. So that means you want to leave empty. You want to leave empty. You want to give it your all. And so I'm actually trying to do that. I'm actually trying to do that. So that's why I wanted to talk about the second thing that I do. So
Okay.
the second
Let's
thing
Let me
is,
wait before you catch that one because I didn't see this one. I didn't see this one. But we have Simone Rowe is in the house from Canada. Hi,
hey,
Simone.
Simone.
She's also in the group too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So the second thing is, my husband and I have a public access television show
Yes.
called Contemporary Living with Farmer and Hill. And one of the things that we do, the reason we had the show, we were supporting someone else because she couldn't make it to her show. And
Mhm.
we wound up getting our own show on that public access television. So it's on Comcast or Xfinity. It actually comes on every Thursday night at 9. And some of the things my husband and I talk about are fitness, finance. My husband's we're both leasing agent. He's about to be a realtor, and spiritual conversations. And then we talk about, just travel. Those are the 5 things we like. Now we have had to change the platform because we started getting into a book called Powernomics, and it discusses
Say that
group
again. Power what?
Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. And what the book is about, it just talks about how
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Say that one more time because I can't make out what you're saying. I'm gonna lean
powernomics,
in.
powernomics.
Powernomics, like
Yep,
economic.
yep.
Powernomics. Got it.
and, and one of the things we found that book so powerful, so we kind of tailored the rest of the remaining of the year toward that. And he talks about group economics and how collectively, like we're doing now, you have your show, I have my show, Lotus has her show, and collectively we all come together and we can become powerhouses in doing that. Yep.
Yes.
And so that's
Yes.
one of the things we talk about. And we also bring different businesses on. So yeah, we've been doing that for the past 4 years. So that's another thing I've been doing.
Yeah. I didn't know you were doing it for so long. I did see it, one of the shows on YouTube, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh wow, I didn't know that they were doing this. And this was I liked the show, and I was commenting and sharing and different stuff,
Yeah.
And then I went in messages and let you know, hey, I checked out your show, and I was like, oh wow, y'all doing great things.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we really enjoy doing that. We love, displaying people, or giving people a platform that's in the community, because there's so many people, Hillary, they're doing such great things locally. You always hear
Yeah,
about the stars and what they're contributing to and things like that.
yeah,
You never hear about locally what people are
yeah,
doing. And we have some amazing people in our you know in our local community, that and it's
yeah.
we like to expose that type of stuff. So we've been
That's
doing that
great.
for about 4 years, and we're about to move on to a different platform. So more to come. We're really excited about it. We're really excited about that.
That's good. That's good. And I love, this is for everybody. Uh, I love seeing you and your husband so together. You all seem like a power couple,
Hmm.
because you
Hmm.
really, your love comes through, and the fact
Yeah.
that y'all work together, and and you can just feel you all when you come through your post, and when you post the new things, or y'all out eating or whatever like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, one of these days
Oh,
I'll have a Mr. Hill, but not Mr. Hill, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think relationships are a beautiful thing, and it takes work. It takes
yeah,
work, and it
every
takes
relationship,
commitment, and it takes respect. It takes all of those things to to build a good relationship.
yeah,
Yes.
praise
Which,
God.
which, by the way, I think you are doing a fantastic job
Oh,
building your community. Um, like I think I may have told you, or
thank
yeah, we
you.
discussed this earlier. That's the reason why I have my mini trampoline is because of you. I asked for it last Christmas during a grab bag. You know, we had to write our names and what we wanted, and Fallon got me one of those mini trampolines, and I've been using it ever since. And that's all because
Oh,
you.
wow. Well, see, I didn't know that. So listen,
Mhm.
what have you been able to tell that makes you keep doing it? You
Well,
know,
I think
how's it working for you?
the reason the what makes me keep doing it is the information and how you're educating us and how important it is to the lymphatic system. And
Okay.
that's what makes me keep doing it. I want to stay healthy. I want to stay vibrant. I want that vibrant life like you got. We have a lymphatic
I
balance.
love
I
it.
might notice.
I love it. Queen of the
That's
lymphatic
awesome.
bounce. She
So yeah,
tagged me with that one.
that is nice. But
Yeah.
but but like we were talking about Andre and our marriage. You're building great relationships with a community of women and men, and I think it's great. And I'm blessed and I'm happy to be a part
Yeah, and I was just trying to figure what else can we do, and I knew one of the things was I need to get myself on this trampoline in front of people, and no matter it is what it is, folks. You know, it's not about it's not about the cardio because it's like you said earlier. There are thousands of people out here doing cardio. You can go to anybody for that. You
of. Right,
know, that's not what I'm doing. Learn how to do flips, tricks, and stuff like that on the trampoline. I'm sure there's places where you can go for that too, because that's not what I'm doing either.
nope.
But to teach people how you can help your body, help you to live a more vibrant life. Now that's me. That's
Yeah.
my lane, and I know my lane. My lane is a gentle bounce called a health bounce, and anybody can do it.
Right, right. Because
I do
you
know
got to get
that.
one. I don't think my mom's watching because she doesn't have a Facebook account, but I'm gonna get one for her as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing. I think every household, and there was a surge like in the 70s where
Mm-hmm.
people were talking about, trampoline, but still, again, it was based on cardio. But a
Right,
lot of people had them. And then, I talked to some people and they said, well, I got one in the basement, I got one in the attic, I got one I just gave away last week because
right,
they weren't doing all of the cardio stuff anymore. But when
right.
they start hearing about how they can help their health,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, wait a minute, I think I need to go get another one. Let's see,
Right.
do you mind reading this one from Lotus Richey? Can you see
No,
that?
no problem. It says Hillary builds great relationships to enhance the frequency here on the planet and encourages people to focus on their health. She helps them from the heart space of love.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, that's
You
deep.
know, one
That's
bounce at a time.
one bounce at a time. And I
Yeah,
like
little
I
house
like the
bounce.
fact you pointed out that it's a gentle bounce. So when you think of that, because I like to run, I
Okay.
like to run, and sometimes that can, but I don't like to run every day. I might want to take a break one day, and I mean that gentle bounce. It just makes it. Even it sounds kind of sexy. It's a
Girl,
gentle bounce.
make it
But
what
when
it
I
is
think
because
right, when I think of it, I think of when you say gentle bounce, it's for all ages. So from the
oh,
youngest of the young to the oldest of the old. It's all about health. And then when you frame it around health, come on. That's a
yes.
no-brainer if you want to
That's
start.
yeah, that's my whole mission. I found my purpose, my passion,
Hmm.
and my love. You know, uh I can talk about this all day and all night, you know what I mean? Just like you can talk about your passion for vets, helping them and all like that. It's just so amazing when you find what that passion and purpose, your passion and purpose is that's connected to the God's anoint that He's anointed you with
Right,
that,
right.
that thing. it's just so amazing because some people live a whole lifetime trying to figure out what is it that I should do with my life, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
just for since we're talking about the trampoline, if there's anybody out there listening live on the replay and you are wondering where can I get a mini trampoline, a bouncer, a rebounder, whatever you want, those are some of the names they call it. You can go to this link, bit.ly/ bounce for health. And this is a trampoline like the one that I have. And if that doesn't suit your fancy, there are many you can go to on Amazon, and I'm sure to find something that'll suit your fancy. But this one here, bit.ly/
Mhm.
bounce for health. You know, the sooner you get one, the better your health can start being now. Don't have to wait. Don't have to wait. And so
Yeah.
we'll just do a little announcing here while we're kind of in the middle. So we're here from the Facebook community, and it's called Transform Your Health and Peace. Because I believe you absolutely got the power to help your body help you to have better health and more peace. So it's called Transform Your Health and Peace. And all you have to do is go there, click on the request to join, and you must answer the three questions. They're simple questions just to kind of get a feel for you, and you can get a feel for us. And then, request to join, and we'll be glad to have you in the community because the more, the merrier, the more, one person at a time finding a better way means
Mhm.
that that person can tell somebody else. That person
Mhm.
can tell somebody else where they are locally, in your own household. You may
Right.
have a family member or something that's been dealing with issues with being tired, dealing with brain fog, dealing with not being able to sleep well, feeling sluggish and run down, don't have that
Right.
vitality, and you can share this with them. At one bounce at a time, I'm telling you, there'd be a turnaround that you
Right.
just imagine can happen from bouncing on a mini trampoline.
So, so what I want to know, because it's let's get acquainted. What I want to
Yes.
know, when did you get inspired? Like, this is what I know for sure that
Oh,
this
that's
is
a
what
good
I want
question. That's a good question.
to do.
Uh, about 2012, I
Mhm.
was, um, in fact, I wasn't thinking about health or anything. I just happened to be at my desk working. And a thought came to me. The thought was, when was the last time you had some fresh fruits and vegetables? And I
Mm.
started thinking, it's like, where did thought come from? And I'm just kind of thinking. And then I was still thinking. I said, oh, that's not good. That I had to think this long to come up
Wow.
with answers to myself. And that's when I started thinking, I got to do better. I'm not sick. I don't have any ailments or issues
Mhm.
or anything
Mhm.
like that. But I can imagine if I keep going at this rate, it could turn out not so good for me.
Right.
And then
Right.
a coworker bought a NutriBullet. NutriBullet, I should have gotten signed up as an affiliate for NutriBullet,
Mhm.
but
Oh
she
wow.
bought one and she started sharing with me. We used to talk about plants all the time, but then
Mhm.
we had something new to talk about. She was every day saying, I mix this fruit and that vegetable and this nut and this, da, 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 and then I got this concoction and it's good for this, it's good for that. And so I was like, oh, wow, that's great. Maybe if I got one of those, I could get more fruits and vegetables in me. So I purchased one and I started fixing my concoctions, and trying to find what I liked, what I didn't like. And I was so amazed that when I bought it, I went to Pete's, the fruit and vegetable place. And while I was there picking out all my stuff, and I was just so excited, it was really crazy. A
Mhm.
lady next to me was picking out a bunch of stuff too. I'm like, man, I just bought a NutriBullet. She said, me too. And I was like, yeah. She said, I'm trying to get some stuff. And then she moved on, and I was still moving on the way down. And another lady, she said, what you getting all that stuff for? I said, girl, I bought a NutriBullet too. And I was like, oh, I'm not the only one trying to get it together here.
Right.
And
Right.
so then with me online, I started, I'm one, if I find out about something, I'm gonna check it out to the wheels fall off, okay?
Right.
And I
Right.
started trying to find out more about how to help my body through eating better.
Mhm.
I ran into a guy. You may have heard of him. His name was he called himself the Regenerator. I think that was what he
Mhm.
called. And
Regenerator. Okay. Uh-huh.
yeah, and he was talking about all things about eating fresh fruits and vegetables. He was on a kick of eating everything raw. He
Oh
didn't eat
wow.
food. So I was like, I didn't even know there was people out here that just ate all raw food. I was just
Mhm.
learning like a sponge. And then he started bouncing on a mini trampoline. I was thinking, okay, what that got to do with health? What does that have to
Yeah.
do with anything? And so he interviewed a guy. This is what really got me. He interviewed this man. The man was saying he had like 6 months. His doctor told him it's nothing else we can do for you.
Oh. Mhm.
You need to get your affairs in order. We give you
Yeah.
6 months at the most to live. And I'm thinking, wow, to leave the hospital, leave your doctor's office with that kind of
Right.
word,
Your mental state. What happens to your mental
Yeah.
state when you get
And
news
I,
like that?
I was all in wanting to hear what else he had to say at that point. And so he said, well, my when that happened, somebody told him, I know somebody that can help you. They exchanged numbers. And then he talked to the guy, and the guy said, listen, I can help you, but you got to be ready and you got to do what I
Right.
tell you need to do.
Mhm.
And he said, okay. He said, one of the first things you need to do, what do you think was the first thing he told him he needed to do?
Is it eat fruits and vegetables?
No. Yeah, I'll give you another guess. Anybody listening, what do you think he told him to do? What was the first thing you think he told him to do? Let me see. I got comments. We got to get back in here and get some of these comments. But what do you think? What do you think was the first thing this man was told he needed to do?
Did
Because
anyone
you
say
caught me
anything?
by surprise. Okay. Even if you're watching on the replay, throw it in there. What you
Now I'm
think?
curious now. I'm like,
Listen,
what
I
is it?
know
What is it?
he told him you need to forgive. I said, nope. She had here drink more water. Nope. Wasn't drink
Ooh.
more water. He told him, you need to forgive and you need to get your love right. I
Oh, you
said,
just hit a home run with that
really
one.
talking to this man getting ready to go some places that I know, as being a Christian and being a
Right.
pastor, I know I
Absolutely.
can relate here. And
Yeah, we both can
when he
relate.
told him, he said, are you ready to do that? He said, yes, sir. Yes, I am. And what did she say here? We uh we
I can
have to
read it.
forgive. Okay, go ahead.
We have to forgive because we don't forgive people. It affects us on a cellular level. That
Boom.
is
I think you
true.
meant to say
It affects
boom.
the
Yeah,
right. Oh, that's what she said. Boom.
so
Boom. And yeah, she just
absolutely.
dropped the mic with that one. She dropped the mic with
Boom.
that one because it's the forgiveness really is for us to let go and move on and to be able to move forward. And
When he
without
told him that, I
forgiveness,
was like, he
how
said,
necessary is forgiveness right now? Oh Lord,
come on.
come
Our world
the
is so
peace you can
divided,
have.
and it's come down into families, coming down into relationships, the stuff that's going on politically in
Yep,
our world right in the United States right now.
yep.
But that was the first thing he told me. He said, are you willing to do that? He said, yes, sir, I am. I have nowhere to turn at this point.
I
And
was in
so,
shock when you said that.
yeah, he
Because
had to deal
coming
with
from
the
a medical
mindset.
doctor, right?
He
You
had to
think,
deal with the mindset and the heart before he
yes,
started talking anything about what you ought to eat and drink and move your body. And I was like,
wow,
oh my God, this is so good. That's what
wow,
got me really pulled in. And
yeah,
I wanted to know more. And then he talked about when he finally got to it, the place where I get my trampoline, this
mhm,
man is over that's where I got my trampoline from this man. His name is Al Carter. And
mhm,
he after he dealt with that, then they got into eating nutritionally, but that's what the regenerator was helping
wow,
him with the food. But then he introduced him to this guy to help him with helping his whole body, because when you bounce, on the mini trampoline.
Right.
At the bottom of every bounce is coming, it activates the lymphatic system to release the fluid, and it only goes in one direction, and the body goes upward. So at the
Mm.
bottom of the bounce, those valves open and the fluid goes up. And so also at the bottom of the bounce, every cell from the crown of your head to the toes of your feet is affected at every
Yes.
bounce. Every cell in your body, your eyes, your bones, your organs, your brain, at the bottom of every bounce. It's great things going on when you bounce.
Look at you. You showing all your passion, power, and purpose.
I know. I don't want to take up all your
I
time, but that's
love
what got
it.
me. That's what led me to get started. And then after I reached out and found out about that guy, then he started talking about somebody else that he followed that got
Uh-huh.
him into it. I'm like, well, let me check out that guy. you know, and that's where I found the International Academy of Lymphology, and
Wow.
I ended up, just researching all of that. Then decided to go ahead, take the course, and I'm telling you, there were days, Melissa. Listen, we're gonna get to our comments, but there were days when I would work so hard at work.
Right.
During that time, we were in the middle of an audit. I was a
Mhm.
chief financial officer at a behavioral health center on the west side, black owned.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was at the I was in the middle of an audit at work, new staff, because people were coming and going around that time. So it was extra work. Then I had this newfound purpose. I felt like
Right.
my purpose was
Right.
come full circle because my favorite scripture that I was always holding on to, now I've got me talking more than you, was a beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper, be
Mhm.
in good
Good
health,
health.
even
That's
as
it.
your soul prosper. So I
Mhm.
figure with the prosperous stuff, I know a thing or two about what you ought to do to get money and about
Right.
leadership and stuff
Right.
like that, right? And about life stuff, relationships and whatnot. And I knew about the spiritual, being a pastor and being saved for over 30 years, I know a thing or two about that. But the health thing, I didn't know where that was going to go. I just
Right.
knew that I needed to do something. I don't like going to doctors. There's a lot of people like me.
Mhm.
Your
Don't like
first
going to the doctor.
thing is not to go to the doctor. You're trying to figure out what can I do? What can I take? What's going to do? What's going to help me that's
Right.
natural?
But what I
And
find
so,
amazing, what I was going to say is what I found amazing about your story is you were working full time, you were studying, you were trying to learn this newfound purpose, and what it is your gift made room for you.
girl, listen, there were
That's
nights I
it.
would do all that work at work, leave their dog tired, that drive an hour home, get home, and get right back on my computer, right back in the book. And when I would look up again, I keep saying I got to go to bed, I got to go to bed. I look up again, it's getting light outside. It's time for me to start getting ready for work again. And I haven't
Look
been
at
to
that.
sleep at all.
Look at that.
And I
The
would
best
go,
purpose.
and God just, my brain was just like, just taking in so much, so much. And I was like, oh, I love it because I found that this was the health piece.
Right. Look
Beloved, I
how many
want
lives
you
you've
to
changed.
prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Now it's time for me to leave this job. Lord, what can I leave? But I couldn't leave it. So that's a whole nother story.
That is
let's see what,
wonderful.
let's see
See, I
what
love it.
our
I get
guests
to
are
talk,
saying.
you get to talk. It's let's get acquainted. Now I know more about your story because I love that's why I wrote the book Army Strong Women. I love to hear people's stories, and I'm a
Oh,
great listener.
yes, I love it. Let's see. Come on, let's see. This is Miss Lotus saying, oh no, this is Miss Angela. Come on into the community and get supported and encouraged to beg the best you ever to be
To
the
be,
best you ever. Yes, you ever
yes,
were.
it's a great community.
It had been too long. Somebody, when I was trying to think about those vegetables, I was embarrassed
Right,
in my own
right,
self.
right.
I was like, man, because when you work on a job
Mm-hmm.
and you're running and back and forth, it's really kind of easy when you've been eating not healthy to continue that way and not even recognize that you need to make a change. You
Right.
eating
Right.
fried foods, you stopping at the fast food restaurants, and it's easy to get fried this, fried that, barbecue this or that,
Yep.
some good fries,
Absolutely.
and then you eat macaroni and cheese and
Mm-hmm.
fried stuff or more meat
Right.
and potatoes. I mean, it's so easy, really.
Right.
Yeah,
And then when you think about it, you think about heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. I mean, all of those things and we can just go on and on and on eating like that, thinking it's okay. Just take my medicine because I know a lot of people. I'll just take my medicine and keep eating the way. That's not what the medicine is for. You are
and
supposed to
see,
be eating healthy and exercising as a
it,
way of life. Now, I learned
right.
that from the military. That's why
Mhm.
that's why I run and I do the green smoothies. Now, I do get it in like a holiday, Christmas time and things like that. But for the most part, I want to make sure that I maintain a healthy lifestyle. Eighty
Yeah,
20, 80 20,
yeah,
80% of what you eat should be healthy.
yeah.
20%, okay, you can live a little, but
I'll
what
never
you should
tell
be doing is
people.
eating to live. Eating
Yeah,
to
I'll never tell people you can't eat pizza or you can't have
right.
a good taco or with some whatever you because I like me some pizza, but I could eat pizza without any meat on it and be just as happy
Right.
if I got spinach and jalapeno peppers. Mm,
Right.
I'm excited there. Let's see
And I
what Miss Lotus. Let's see what. Let's go through some of the comments. She said we have to forgive because we don't. When we don't forgive, okay, we did that one already.
yeah,
Let's
we
see what
must
this one says.
here's one. We must
Mhm.
remember that we forgive people for ourselves, not for them. The forgiveness helps us free the chains that bind. And you know
Yes,
what? Notice is 100% right because that being unforgiven, that can also lead to sickness and disease
yes,
and all of that, all of those things that we talked about. The forgiveness is really for you because lots of times people have gone on with their lives and you're still holding this event or you're holding this unforgiveness that you just don't want to let go of. And you're wondering why your blood pressure is high. You're wondering why you can't walk up a flight of stairs. And guess what? Even in healthy people, just show you the power of
mhm.
unforgiveness.
That's
Even
true.
in healthy people. Yeah.
That is so true. And sometimes people they just don't understand. And when you get to the doctor, they can't find anything, and they tell you, well, maybe it's just in your head. You go, no, it's an ache in my back. It's a pain in my hip, and it's
That's your
moving
soul
around too
calling out.
much.
That's your soul calling out to you.
There you go. Let's see. Angela said, we when we do not forgive, we often take it to our grave.
Ooh,
Come on.
early sometimes too.
Yes.
Yep.
Forgive, release, restore to
To
homeostasis.
homeostasis. Yep.
I love
That's it.
homeostasis. I love to say homostasis.
That's
It's a
such a
beautiful
big
place.
word, Hillary.
Well, listen, that's where everything is working together the way
Right,
God
right,
intended. Where
right.
the organs and the systems in the body are all at peace, all is well.
Mhm.
Because when we were born to be healthy. Healthy
Right.
is our natural state.
Mhm.
To be healthy is normal.
Right. That's why they call it dis-ease.
This
DISE.
is
Right.
that's
You're not
right.
at ease. You're dis-ease.
Something is not right. And
Right.
you
You
know when
see
you don't
Angela?
feel right in your body.
She said
Yeah.
it activates life. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. You got to stay away from that stuff that weighs you down, and unforgiveness is big.
Yes, I was so shocked. It says, as we begin to walk in, as you begin to walk in your purpose and in your passion, the universe will move people, places, and things and draw them to you to help you come to a higher consciousness. And he will
Yeah.
also move some away from you.
Absolutely. And I think that, you know what, there's a saying that you see on Facebook all the time, and it
Mhm.
deals with relationships. And then if somebody's doing somebody else wrong, they'll be like, well, go ahead and work on yourself, or go ahead and work on yourself, girl, or go ahead and work on yourself, guy, or
Mhm.
whatever. But that's a true statement because, as
Mhm.
like she said, as you start to do the things that you should be doing, those people are going to fall off because guess what?
Yeah.
You move like Lotus said, you've moved to a higher consciousness now. You're thinking on a
Yeah.
whole different level. You've leveled
Whole
up. I
nother
guess you
level.
could say that.
And everybody can't go with you. You
No.
know, everybody can't go with you. So you don't have to necessarily worry about trying to shake people off.
Yep.
When you go into new levels and new realms, sometimes people they pull away because they don't take all of that. I
Right.
ain't ready to give up this or that. You
Right.
know.
Some people
So
don't want
Angie
to see
said,
you change. They want you just the way you are because it works for them. It don't have nothing to do
yeah.
with you.
You know what? I was listening to what's the girl on that movie? She played in those movies. Her name is Rebel. Is it Rebel? Rebel Wilson. She's a girl from Australia, and she played in
Oh yeah,
uh
I know what you're talking about.
you know what
She's
I'm talking about?
funny.
And she's lost a lot of weight. She spent this year losing weight, working with a trainer, getting her head right first,
Right.
and then dealing with stuff. And I was reading an article where she said, there were some people that didn't want to see me get better. She said, I consider myself being a better person now.
Haters.
She said there were people, they didn't want to see me lose the weight. They didn't want, she said, this not just for a movie, this for my life.
Right.
I
Your
was like,
health.
everybody ain't for you, even when they the one smiling in your face all the time.
We call them
Take this,
haters.
take this one here, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure. It's Lotus says the lack of forgiveness also purports an inability to really move forward on a cognitive level and look at situations differently. That's serious.
Thank
Oftentimes, people stay stuck mentally. Hence, the physical body follows suit. Isn't that something? It's amazing. Like I think in our head, there's always a civil war in our head
you. Yeah,
because we say we want to do one thing, but we wind up doing the opposite. It's only when we get that heart and that mind to marry one another, to be in homeostasis, like you get that
yeah,
heart and mind to be in homeostasis, there's nothing you can't do. And for me, it starts spiritually.
yeah. Spiritual for me as well, and dealing with them. Even it just made me think. And I'm always saying this: do you believe what you believe? You believe. That's what
Say
she
it.
was just
Say it.
talking about there. You
Yep.
say you believe one thing, but that's not how you. That's not what you're speaking. That's not what you're doing.
Right.
So you
That's
must
that
not
civil
really
war.
believe that.
Yep.
That's that war, trying to
Right.
get that alignment.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
once you
Because we're
can,
gonna always
life can
show
be a
who
beautiful
we
thing.
Oh, I was gonna say because we're gonna always say who we are through our actions. We're gonna
Exactly.
always show that it's not our
Exactly.
words because we can some people out here got good game. And that's all they got because their
Now,
actions
see, that's why I think. That's why I thank God for the Holy Ghost, honey. Anybody watching this, hey, I thank God
and
for the Holy
the power
Spirit
to
because
discern.
people
Uh-huh.
help. People help you to know the truth. The truth. He help you to know things you need to know when you didn't even know you needed to know it.
So you'll be made free.
He calls people to say something and you go, okay, got it.
He
Cause you
helps
to
you
walk in and see
connect
something
the
that I
dots,
wasn't trying to see that.
right?
Yeah, thank God. Lotus said we're gonna have to have another show. This is good right here.
Angela, oh wait, I think okay, we
Oh
saw
no,
that
that
one. That's the
that one
one we
already.
just
She just
yep.
wrote this
But
one right.
it's worth seeing again.
No,
She
it was
said
this one.
we must make the decision of creating strong boundaries. That is
Yeah.
so true. Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
that's it, love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always when I heard Oprah mention that once, I was like, that is a good comment. That's a good nugget to have, you
Game
know.
gangsters.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yes,
That's
yes, yes,
good. Oh my goodness.
yes, yes, yes. Like you said, some people they know how to talk a good talk, but
Right.
but God knows your heart. And
Absolutely.
that's why when people are walking with God, and then you're connected, he'll cause you to know the real,
Mhm.
no matter what their mouth's saying. That's why I
Yep.
thank God, and that's why I smile. But I used to be so shy.
No, you
I used to
didn't.
be so
No, you don't.
shy. Nobody heard my voice. I muted myself. and
You were
I
good
would
with
smile
sugar.
a lot. No, I only had a handful of friends that knew how talkative I was because I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't say nothing. I just smiled a lot, you know.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, sometimes I think about back about that time and wonder, man, how did I do that for so long? I was like 28,
Wow.
28 before but when I got saved, that's when everything, God just freed
Changed
me
for
up.
you.
And I was
That's
like, man, my
amazing.
grandmother told me once, she looked at me, I was just talking to her. She said, what the hell you child? I never heard you talk that much.
Right. That is wow. See, look, that's what happened. You got saved and you start to think a different way. You start to act a
Mm-hmm,
different way. That's the same thing that Lotus was talking about.
mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
the same thing
I'm
she was
just
talking about.
Yeah, so it's been amazing talking to you, and we've had some amazing people here, participants in our engaging. Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
hope, and that's what I'm trying to help people with as far as their health. You
Mm-hmm.
know, these are some things. Once you know it, now it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say I didn't know this.
Absolutely.
Because I told you, you know what I mean? And then just like you with opening up and helping vets and different things, it's just amazing that people can't go back and say, well, I didn't know how I could help. Yes, you did, because I told you.
Right,
You told them.
right. Now you're having an event at the end of the month. What is that again? So I can make sure I register for it.
Oh, yes. Let me get my look. I did this ahead of time, so I will have it. And it is the 5 days bouncing into 2021 in better health. 5 days bouncing to 2021 in better health. It's December the 27th through the 31st, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That when we did it in November, I did it at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So now we're going 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay,
The
perfect.
registration is $25, and the link is bit.ly/ 5 day bounce. Again, for those of you that are listening, coming on the replay, the link to join us for the 5 days bouncing to 2021 in better health. Because why wait till January to come when we can get ready and just, how they used to say back in the 90s, I think, and they used to say, I'm a bounce. When they get ready to leave,
Yeah.
I'm a bounce. I'll see y'all later. That's how I feel about 2020. We getting ready to bounce on out of here. And I want us to bounce
Absolutely.
literally on out of here to 2021 in better health with some tools, some strategies on how we can keep it going, not just for 2021, but for a lifetime. These are things, once you learn it, you can share this with your family and friends, people you know and love as well. So, again, that's the 5 days bouncing to 2021 in better health, December the 27th through the 31st, which is Sunday through Thursday, and it's going to be a registration fee of $25. It's going to be on the Zoom platform so we can see each other and be supportive and shout each other out and all of that. And it's the link for it is bit.ly/5 day bounce. Take a screenshot, take a picture, and I'll just leave this up here so anybody that's watching and that's on the replay, make sure that you like, share, tag someone, start a watch party, and make sure that you go and register. Register today, register now. It's going to be a good, fun time, as well as a time of learning some more things about what you can do to help your body help you live a more vibrant life. Yes,
And if there
I
are
love
any veterans that are looking for support or assistance, they can definitely reach out to me at my number is 312-880-8614, or you can reach out at
it. Say
ivetconnect.com.
that again. Wait a minute. Say it again so I can write it down.
Sure, 312-880-8614. Any woman veteran, no matter what the situation, I'm here to support.
Okay, there we go. So again, if you want to reach out to Melissa Farmer Hill concerning anything that pertains to women vets, go to this number right here, 312-880-8614, and she can help route you to the right place, resources, or whatever it is. And
Absolutely.
so we've had a wonderful time. And look at there, we only have 5 minutes left.
Wow.
5 minutes. We could go on and on.
Wow, we
I
could.
love it.
We could.
And she's saying here, Miss Angela, thank you for supporting our vets. And yes, I thank you for supporting our vets as well, because a lot of times, like you said, you think about the males. You don't hear that much talk about the women,
Right.
you know. And so God's chosen you to do
Yes.
it. You know, I look at it. It's this song that we used to sing. I haven't heard it in a long time, but it was like called out, chosen to do a work for the master.
Wow.
You know, and this
Yes,
is the work that He's given you to do, and you love it.
I do.
You know, you're not scripting, you're not struggling and kicking and screaming all along the way. You're loving it. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Lotus
Absolutely.
says, "Thank you for supporting the veterans. You are
Thank
appreciated."
you. Thank you for your service.
And she understands because she is a vet as well from the Navy. And so, it's just amazing. She said, encore, encore. We have to have a full screen, have all of us on here together. That would be amazing.
Oh, wow. That would be great.
One geared toward the vets. That would be a nice show to have. We
Oh,
could reach out and
yes.
we could hashtag the vets and see if they come in and, come on in. That'd be great.
Definitely.
Thank you. So she says, thank you for one vet to another.
More.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And so I'm thankful. Any last words that you would like to, final words that, yes, around here, that's what we call it, a round table. We
It's a
got to
round
do that.
table.
Because if they
Okay.
had been on the show tonight, this show would have had to be a 2-hour show.
I
So
think my
that's,
I think my final thoughts would be, of course, I'm all about that girl power, but I think we really have to embrace life. We really have to be grateful, thankful, and value it. Look what we've done in 2020. We're
yes,
still here. We still
yes,
got a work to do. So if
yes,
you're still here, there's still work for you to do. So find that intrinsic thing that God is telling you to do and live out that purpose. And it's not the time to be afraid. You gotta do it.
yes.
Just like I came on here live, and Hillary, I told you I don't really like to go live, but I'm here because I'm not stepping in fear anymore. And I encourage every woman to do that for the rest of 2020 and 2021.
Well, you know what? You came on here and you conquered that fear like a boss. I ain't gonna be afraid no more. I got this. And
Okay,
I'm
I'm
so
not gonna be
glad
afraid no more. I got this.
no
Thank you, Hillary.
more.
I needed those words. I really did. I really did.
Absolutely. This has been such a wonderful conversation. And
Yes.
we are going to have to connect again for a roundtable. I'm all for girl power roundtable. Oh my God, that's going to be
Sounds
amazing.
good. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And so even with a girl power roundtable, you got to have a guy here and there to come on the show as well in
Of
that
course.
kind of conversation. Maybe
Of
Mr.
course.
Hill might be glad to come on something like that as well.
Yeah. Sounds good. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
So she said, no fear, all faith.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I'm just grateful and thankful and awesome guest. Looking forward to seeing you again. And where are we going to see her again? We're going to see her again. Let me put that up here too. For anybody that's looking to join us, you can join our Facebook community, and it is Transform Your Health and Peace. And it starts really with your mindset. And it's good to be around people who are trying to do the same thing,
Absolutely.
trying to have better health and more peace.
Right.
If you have better health, you're going to have more peace.
Yeah. That's
If,
true.
if you if
That's,
you have more peace in your life, you're going to have better health.
hmm
Because if you
And
don't have no peace, your health is going to suffer.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say, if they want to see me and Andre, that's my husband, you can
Yeah.
just go to our Facebook page, Contemporary Living with Farmer and Hill, and the latest episode will pop up. If you're in the Chicago land, south suburbs, or Northwest Indiana, you can see us on channel 19 Comcast.
Okay, I'm trying to get that contemporary, and I didn't spell this right. Let me correct it. Contemporary
Living
living,
with Farmer and Hill.
farmer and heal. And did you have uh, what did you say it was on again?
It was a that's our Facebook page. So it's on
Oh, right,
Facebook. They
Facebook.
can see the latest show, or they can catch us on channel 19 at 9 p.m.
And you said you are getting ready to do something new there, so we'll be looking to see what's
Yes,
new
I'm
coming down
excited.
the way. So there's their Facebook page. It is, um, did I click on it? Yes. There we go. Oh,
Okay, that's perfect.
there it is. Contemporary Living with Farmer and Hill. That's their Facebook page. Connect with them today. Connect with them even if you're watching on the replay.
Yep,
And so this has been it has been an awesome time. I'm
it
so excited.
has.
And this that's what God wants us to do. I just felt to get acquainted because
Yeah.
we have a lot of new members in the group, but then
Mhm.
we have that have been with me for a while in the group, and I appreciate you. And I just
Right.
want you to know that. I think when we first really did some connection is when I did that Go Vegan challenge. You remember that
Right. I remember that.
Go
Right.
Vegan? Yeah, and kind of connect because you said your whole family was trying it out at the
Right.
time.
Right.
Mhm. And so I thank God that if we do that again, we'll call it plant-based, plant-based only or something like that.
That
So
sounds
people don't
good
get
too.
afraid of that word vegan. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, over 5 days you can try just about anything and see if
Right.
you like
Right.
it.
It's not so bad.
Exactly. So thank you again, Miss Melissa. Thank
Thank
you for
you for having me.
Yes, you are so welcome. Thank you to all of those that are catching on the replay. Make sure that you sign up, get your save your spot today for the 5 days bouncing to 2021 in better health, December 27th through the 31st. The registration fee again is $25, and you go to bit.ly/5 day bounce. bit.ly/5 day bounce. And then also, if you don't have your own mini trampoline and you're looking to get one, this is my recommendation. You go to BIT, take a screenshot, take a picture of this link so you can check it out. It's bit.ly/bounce for health. So this really is our show for tonight, our get acquainted, and it's the last one that I was doing for the year. So we did it for in November through December, and I'm so glad that we connected. I'm
I
glad for
am
all of
too.
those people that signed up and came on. And I have to backtrack on one person that just sadly had to give up her spot because of emergency. And we have to see
Yeah.
if we can sneak one in before the year is out and let her have her say and let us get acquainted. So thank you, everybody. We're inside the group doing great things. I have a broadcast that comes on weekly, which is on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it is the Vibrant Good Health Show. You know that scripture, beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper, be in good health. And I'll say be in vibrant good health
Right.
even as your soul prospers. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So if you're not connected, please do follow me, subscribe on YouTube, like me, or whatever you need to do so we can get connected. Join the Facebook group, Transform Your Health and Peace.
Awesome.
And let's do this for ourselves. Let's do this for our bodies because when you can be better in your health, better with peace, you can help the world.
Absolutely.
You can make a difference in your world, even if your world is right there in your household. You can make a difference. God intended for you to be healthy and at peace. So thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Same
Tell
to
Miss
you.
Taylor I said thank you for allowing you to come on and I want to sneak him in.
All right.
That'll be another show. So we thank you again.
Okay. All
God
right.
bless
Thank you.
everyone. Good
God
night.
bless you. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, don't go.
Okay.